In this lecture, we're going to be looking at a tutorial for installing Ruby on Rails on a Windows-based machine. If you are on a Mac or a Linux machine, you can skip this video and watch the other video for your operating system. We are going to use a handy tutorial service found online. It will get us up and running in no time. The website is called installrails.com. We will click on the Getting Started button and then choose our operating system. In this case, it's going to be Windows. The first thing we need to do for a Windows install is download an installer wizard located at railsinstaller.org. When you visit that website, it's going to ask you which version of the installer you want to download. So choose the installer that has the highest Ruby version. That's typically the highest number followed or after the Ruby word. So at the time of this recording, the download we're going to be doing is the Ruby 2.2 version. Once you have this downloaded, we will continue to follow the instructions on the website, which are to double-click on the installer and work through the installer's steps. After completing that, the next step on the website is definitely optional, as it is for installing a text editor. You may have a text editor that you are currently using, and if so, you can just continue using that for the course. But just remember, this is not a word processor, it's a text editor. There is a difference. For writing code, you should use a program called the text editor, specifically designed for writing code. I have used the Sublime Text application in the past, and it is an amazing and free tool. So if you feel like it, you can follow this step and download it if you wish. For this course, I will be using my preferred editor, Vim. After clicking the next step, we will see that it is talking about a command line. Now we will be using the command line a lot in this course, so make sure you have one installed on your computer and you're comfortable with using it, or at least accessing it. The installer has also placed a program called git bash in the Rails installer folder from the previous steps. Now you can use that if you don't already have a command line, because that works perfectly fine for this course. But if you do have a command line program, please feel free just to use that. The next step talks about updating Ruby gems, which sort of sounds like a funny name and a little bit weird, but don't worry, I'll have a whole bunch of discussions about that within the live sessions. But for now, just know that we want them to be fully updated on your machine, so we want to run this step and run the command in the step. In order to do that, what you have to do is copy and paste that line into your command line program and then hit enter. Or you can simply just write out that command by typing it and then hit enter after it's fully into the command line program. So what this does is it'll just run through on its own. You don't have to do anything. It's just going to look to make sure everything you have on your system is up to date and you actually have all the Ruby gems you should have. So really nothing you have to do on that side of things. And that's it, folks. The next two steps on the website talk about starting your first Rails project, but we'll cover that in much more detail in the course. So you can pat yourself on the back because you are done installing Ruby on Rails at this time. In the next lecture, I'm going to discuss the text editor I will be using in the course called Vim. But again, you can use your own text editor. I just wanted to introduce you to the one that you're going to be seeing in all the live sessions. So see you then.